Hey gang, what do you think of the addition of the light bulb? I don't even know if it's in shot, but in these clips that you'll see of my training, I've got my hood up in some of them. It's not because I'm a cornball, it's literally just because I have to set up properly on bench and the hood was like rolling under my neck and putting my head out of place, so I had to put it on. Okay, but on to the actual topic of today's video. Training recently has been very rough, I'll be so real. I've done days 1, 2 and 3 this week. For those of you who don't know, I train 4 days a week, so day 4 might be a completely different story, but I'm just going off the days this week. Just a premise, if you are going to the gym based off motivation or to seek external validation, you're always going to fail. You're bound to fail because it's almost like just the gym and health and fitness knows that you've got to be in the right headspace and the right mindset to be able to change, both physically and mentally. And so taking that into account, I like to think through complete discipline. It's part of my timetable, it's not when I want to do it. Yes, I may postpone a session, but that session will still be done just the day after. But here's the thing, discipline is becoming so much harder than I once realized. I thought that discipline literally was just it being in your timetable, you going along and doing it no matter what. And it is, but I thought it was as simple as that, and it's really not. This whole week, I've literally had to drag myself along to the gym. I've had to promise myself that I'm gonna do one more set and go home, and then I'll do the set and then be like, okay, one more set, and that just gets me through the workout. It's been a lot of dilly-dallying between sets, listening to music, scrolling, messages, all of that, and it has really put in my head, and I now understand a lot more, definitely not fully, but I understand a lot more about discipline. And I understand that because I'm doing these sessions and because I'm facing all of these hurdles but doing it anyway, I know that I'll be better off in the long run. This was basically the only thing on my mind for this week's workout and conversation, because man was I in a mood on the Monday and on the Tuesday and on the Thursday. Going into the Monday, my first 2 squat sets moved absolutely horrendously compared to what they normally do, and I had one person help me out, talk me back into it, and then my following sets moved very well. But that same positive attitude then didn't seem to translate over to bench, because bench just then felt really weak compared to normal, and I ended up doing like 70-75 when I normally do like 85. One thing I do want to note though is the accessories didn't necessarily move very slow, they didn't necessarily regress, I didn't necessarily do worse, it just took me longer to get through mentally, not physically, and I think that's a good sign that I'm not burnt out, my body's not building and accumulating fatigue, it's more just a situation that I need to push through, and once I'm out the other side of that situation, I'll be so much better off. I also got a comment on one of my previous videos talking about he thinks maybe one issue to do with my tight hips is that the range of motion on the adductor machine wasn't as good as it could be. So today I made sure to really try and spread it as far as I possibly could without splitting my groin in two. It was a zesty exercise, but I got it done anyway, and who knows if it helped. I just wanted to do it, and I really do appreciate the comment. Thank you, brother. This is the video I make for my future self, basically, to show that situations come up and they seem really hard at the time, but you've pushed through it and you've got to the end of it. This isn't a video I necessarily think, oh, let's go viral, woo, woo, woo. You know what I mean? You probably tell by my voice I'm pretty mentally drained, and also my expressions. But you know, it's just a phase of training that you go through, and it needs to be documented, however boring, however situational, and however repetitive it may seem. These situations will pop up again and again, and I already know it. I don't know when this little situation itself is going to end. But to my future self, you push through this situation so you can push through many more to come. Replay this clip right now when you've deadlifted that 200 kilos for the first time, when all looks lost, my deadlift's back down to 70 kilograms, my trap bar deadlift is disgustingly awful, and everything seems just absolutely gone. Boom, 200 kg deadlift. Show it right now. That's literally all I have to say this week, guys. Appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.